Good evening, everyone. Today we're going to do the part 2 class on 3D. The introduction is already finished. Today we're going to continue with that. So, if a line segment is divided by a point internally, if a line segment joining two points is divided by a point C internally in the ratio of ms to n, using section formula, we can find the coordinates of C, which is m times x2 plus n times x1 by m plus n, comma m times y2 plus n times y1 by m plus n, and m times z2 plus m times z1 by m plus 1. You've already learned this in your 10th grade, but it was on two-dimensional space. Therefore, it had only x and y portion. This here we have z also, because this is three-dimensional. Now, apart from internal division, there can be external divisions also. So, if a line segment AB is extended outside such a way, C divides AB in the ratio of m is to n. So, AC distance is m, BC's distance is n, and the distance is formed in the form of a ratio as m by n. So, AC's ratio is m, BC's ratio is n. Now, using externally formula, the internally formula had plus in the numerator as well as in the denominator, whereas in the externally formula we have minus in the numerator and the denominator. So it is m times x2 minus n times x1 by m minus n, m times y2 minus n times y1 by m minus n, m times z2 minus n times z1 by m minus n, in order to find the coordinate which divides a line segment in a given ratio externally. Now, questions where we have to find the ratio. So this is cases where ratio is given, or we have to just find the coordinate that divides the given line in a given ratio. But when ratios need to be found, in which they have given the coordinate that divides the line segment. So C is a given information. If they ask us to find the ratio, then always prefer the internally formula. Never choose the externally formula. Always choose the internally formula and check for your answer. Like if the answer is 3 is to 1, like in case if you're getting 3 is to 1 as your answer, then C divides AB internally in the ratio of 3 is to 1. Imagine you're getting 3 by minus 1, which means 3 is to minus 1. Then the point C divides AB externally in the ratio of 3 is to 1. So it is very important to draw conclusion in case of ratio finding question. Hope you understood this. Now let's go to a sum where I am going to explain applications of internally and externally formula. So here coordinates of AB is given. It is divided by a point and I have taken it as C in the ratio of 2 is to 3. So always put x1, y1, z1, x2, y2, z2 and name the ratio as m and n. This is a must step so that you can avoid errors. And then simply apply the relevant value in the relevant places. So 2 times x2, 3 times x1 by 2 plus 3, 2 times y2, 3 times y1 by 2 plus 3, 2 times 6, that is z2, 3 times 5 by 2 plus 3. So then simplify them, you get the point C. Now if they ask for external division, I have taken that point as D. So D divides AB externally in the same ratio. So it is minus. So whatever we did with plus, we're going to do it with minus. That's all. So you're getting the point as minus 8, 17, 3. So the next set of question is proving the collinearity of or finding the ratio with this. So here is a question, given the following points are collinear. So this, they said PQR are collinear points. That means PQR lie in a straight line. Find the ratio in which Q divides PR. Now, I've drawn the diagram, putting P, Q, R in order, and I've assumed that Q is dividing PQ in the ratio of K is to 1. So let the ratio be k is to 1. Now, P's coordinate is given, Q's coordinate is given, R's coordinate is also given in the question. So just fix all those things. Put x1, y1, z1, x1, y1 and z1, x2, y2 and z2 for R. Now, section formula is used. So coordinate Q equals k times 9 plus 1 times 3 by k plus 1. The y coordinate will be k times 8 plus 1 times 3 by k plus 1. The z coordinate will be k times minus 10 plus 1 times minus 4 by k plus 1. So this way we get Q's coordinate in terms of K. But we already know what is Q is. So now you can equate either the x coordinate equal to x coordinate of K form with 5 or y coordinate in K form with 4 or z coordinate in K form with minus 6. Any one will do the job. So I am doing the x coordinate equating it to 5. When the x coordinate is equated to 5, simplification will take you to the answer as k equals 1 by 2. So k is to 1 equals 1 is to 2. So that means q divides PR internally in the ratio of 1 is to 2. Sometimes you might get a negative value also as a ratio. In that case, you have to say that Q divides PR externally in the ratio of 1 is to 2. So make a note to that. Okay. Now the next question. The next question goes like this. A line segment joining A and B is divided by an XY plane. Find the ratio by which it divides and also find the point of division. Hope you understood. A line segment joining AB is divided by YZ plane and we need to find the ratio, also the point of division. So if it's a YZ plane, any coordinate in YZ plane will be in the form of 0, y, z. X coordinate will be 0. So with this you understand that XY plane means Z will be 0. ZX plane means Y will be 0. So with this we know the point of division as 0, y, z here. Ratio is assumed as k is to 1. So let the ratio be k is to 1. Let the point of division be 0, y, z because it is divided by yz plane. Now, as usual, the point is considered as C and C's coordinate is k times 3 plus 1 times minus 2 by k plus 1, k times minus 5 plus 1 times minus 2 minus 1 times 4 by k plus 1. Like that, you get this. Now here, unlike the previous one where we can equate x, y or z, here it is not possible because y is missing, here k is also missing. So equating y coordinate to this will not do much, will not be of much work to you. I mean, it won't give you anything because there are two missing values over there. So better equate the x coordinate to this because x coordinate is 0. So equating 0 to 3k minus 2 by k plus 1, we get the ratio as 2 is to 3. The question doesn't end there. They also want us to find the coordinate of the divisions. So x coordinate is already 0. Y and z we need to find. So substitute 2 and 3 here and here. So with this, we find C's coordinate as 0, 2 by 5, 37 by 5. Now few more questions in order to practice this concept. In what ratio is the line segment joining AB Let's consider this as A, this as B is divided by ZX plane. So if it's a ZX plane, the point of division is x comma 0 comma Z. And you equate this, the y's coordinate to 0 and we find the ratio. Then you find the point of division also. Next question, in what ratio does the point P, in what ratio does the point P, whose y ordinate is 3, divides the line segment joining so and so? Again, let us consider this as A and B. P's coordinate, y coordinate alone is given. So shall we take the x as 0? No. X will be x, y will be 3, z will be z. Now again use section formula for A and B. Equate it to 3. The y coordinate of that will be equated to 3. You will get the ratio through that. Substitute back the ratio, you will find x and z. Question number 3. If the following points are collinear, find the values of PQ. Fine. If the following points are collinear, I am going to take them in order A, B, C. And I am going to assume that B divides AC in the ratio of K is to 1. And I am going to find K. How? By equating the x coordinate to minus 3. Once I find the ratio, I might get a positive or a negative value. Positive internally, negative externally. So positive means the way we have drawn the diagram is absolutely right. If it is negative, then I think we need to change the diagram and put B here. That is just for understanding. Diagram is not part of the working. So then you find P and Q. So practice these 3 questions based on what I taught. So next sum, show that the following points are collinear. Here it is not said that the points are collinear, we have to show. And here we are going to opt for the section formula to prove collinearity. So let ABC be the given point. So I'm going to draw a line segment, taking A, 0, comma, minus 1, comma, minus 7, B, 2, comma, 1, comma, minus 9, C, 6, comma, 5, comma, minus 3. Remember, it is not collinear. I'm just assuming it in this order. Now I take that B divides AC in the ratio of K is to 1. This is also my assumption where I'm assuming that B divides AC in the ratio of K is to 1. Now let's see what we are getting through this. So B's coordinate, okay, let's find, let's find B in terms of it. So we get K times 6 plus 1 times 0 by K plus 1, comma, K times 5 plus 1 times minus 1 by K plus 1, comma, K times minus 13 plus 1 times minus 7 by K plus 1. Let me check my values once again. So it is K times 6 plus 1 times 0 by K plus 1, K times 5 plus 1 times minus 1 by K plus 1, and then K times minus 13, 1 times minus 7 by K plus 1. So this way I get 6K plus 0 by K plus 1, comma, 5K minus 1 by K plus 1, comma, minus 13K minus 7 by K plus 1. Now this is the point that divides AC. Now let us assume this point is B. Let us assume this point is B. So with my assumption, I am equating 6K plus 0 by K plus 1 to 2 because the x coordinate of B is 2. So I am going to find the ratio through this. So I get 6K equals 2K plus 2. So that means 4K equals to 2. Implies 4 by 2. Okay, 2 by 4, right? So k equals to 2 by 4. So that means k is to 1 equals 1 is to 2. Now, let us see whether if I apply this ratio here in the place of y and z coordinate, if I get these 2 points, then it is collinear. So what I'm taking is I'm finding the point of division, I'm equating it to the x coordinate, I'm finding the ratio, and then I'm substituting this ratio in the y and z coordinate and see whether I'm getting the same value which is given in the B as their y and z coordinate. If I'm getting the same, then B is in align with AC. Therefore, ABC are collinear. So let's see whether we are getting it or not. Now, 5 k value, which is 1 plus, sorry, minus 1 by 1 is 2 here. So 2 into minus 1 by 5, 1 plus 2, 1 plus 2, which will give us 5 minus 2 by 3. So 3 by 3, 1, which is actually the y coordinate of B. Like that, let's find the z also now. So k, which is 1 into minus 13, and then it's 2 into minus 7 by k plus 3, 1 plus 2. So minus 13 minus 14 by 3. So we get minus 27 by 3, which is minus 9. So now here we get the z coordinate. Therefore, A, B, C are collinear. Therefore, A, B, C are collinear points. So next question, find the coordinates of the point which trisects the joining of the following points. Now trisecting means 3 equal parts. So P and Q is the line segment which is getting trisected by 2 points. Let's assume it as A and a B. Trisecting means 3 equal parts. So 1 is to 1 is to 1. So first case would be to find A. Case 1 where I'm going to find A. So A divides PQ in the ratio of 1 is to 2. 1 is to 2. 1 is to 2. Now that's it. Use the section formula for P and Q and get A. So A is x, y, z coordinate. P I didn't write. Let me write that. 4, 2, minus 6. Q is 10, minus 16, 6. So A's coordinate is 1 times 10 plus 2 times 4 by 1 plus 2, 1 times minus 16 plus 2 times 2 by 1 plus 2, 1 times 6 plus 2 times minus 6 by 1 plus 2. So you get, once you simplify, you will find that the answer is A as 6, minus 4, minus 2. So this is the point at A that divides PQ in the ratio of 1 is to 2. Now case 2. So this is case 1 and case 2. Here B divides PQ in the ratio, this is 2 and this is 1. So 2 is to 1. P divides PQ in the ratio of 2 is to 1. So you find the B's coordinate here, which is x, y, z. equals 2 times 10 plus 1 times 4 by 2 plus 1, comma 2 times minus 16 plus 1 times 2 by 2 plus 1, comma 2 times 6 plus 1 times minus 6 by 2 plus 1. And if you simplify this, you will get 8 comma minus 10 comma 2 as coordinate of B. The same way you can do sums where it is trisecting also. So you will get, trisecting we did now, 4 parts. A line segment is divided by 4 equal parts, divided into 4 equal parts. So you'll have like A, B, C there. So ratio will change it. So you'll have 3 cases in those kind of questions. So here is the next question. A, B, C, D are the vertices of a parallelogram. They want us to find the missing vertex D here. Now A, B, C are the vertices of a parallelogram. Figure is not given in the question. I have drawn the figure. Now I'll tell you one thing. When we name the vertices in the diagram, please name it either in the clockwise order like this or in the anti-clockwise order like this. Do not do it A, B, C, D. This way you won't get it. You won't get any answer. Okay, so remember, name the vertices. If you're drawing the diagram, better name the vertices in the clockwise or in the anti-clockwise order. So that is very important point that you need to keep in mind while taking up these questions. The second mistake students always do in these kind of questions is applying distance formula. Once it's a parallelogram, we will try the distance way of solving. But this type of question is there in 10th also. We have the same in 11th also. So you can imagine the importance of this question. Join the diagonals. Join AC and BD. In a parallelogram, diagonal bisect each other. So that is a known property. What is the property of a parallelogram? Opposite sides equal and parallel and diagonal bisect each other. So if I find the midpoint of AC, which is O, O will also be the midpoint of BD. So I'm first finding midpoint of AC. Alright, so midpoint of AC equals midpoint of BD. Now A's coordinate and C's coordinate are there. Now what is midpoint formula? X1 plus X2 by 2, comma, Y1 plus Y2 by 2, comma, Z1 plus Z2 by 2. Okay, so that means we get 3 minus 1 by 2, comma, minus 1 plus 1 by 2, comma, 2 plus 2 by 2. Now, BD's midpoint, 1 plus x. Okay, so let me assume the coordinates of D as x, comma, y, comma, z. X, comma, y, comma, z. Now with this, I get 1 plus x by 2, comma, 2 plus y by 2, comma, minus 4 plus z by 2. Now equate it after you simplify. Here 2 by 2, 1, here 0 and here 2 equals to 1 plus x by 2, comma 2 plus y by 2, comma minus 4 plus z by 2. X and x equated, y and y's coordinate equated. Through this, we find 1 plus x by 2 equals 1. 1 plus x equals 2, x equals 1. 0 equals 2 plus y by 2, so y equals minus 2. And minus 4 plus z by 2 equals to 2, z is equal to 4 plus 4, z will be 8. Therefore, the coordinates of D is 1, comma, minus 2, comma, 8. So next question is finding the length of the medians of the triangle. A triangle is given with the vertex ABC. Let's draw the median. What is the median? A line joining a vertex and the midpoints of the opposite side. So D is taken as the midpoint of BC and AD is the median. Next, E is taken as the midpoint of AC where BE is a median. And F is taken as a midpoint of AC where midpoint of AB and CF is the median. They've asked us to find the equation of, length of AD, BE and CF. So this is the question. Find the length of the medians of the triangle. Now for that first we need to find the midpoint of all the sides. Here the vertices are very simple so we can directly do them. So let's find D. D's x comma y comma z will be 0 plus 6 by 2 comma 4 plus 0 by 2 comma 0 plus 0 by 2. So D's point will be 3 comma 2 comma 0. Now let's find the length of AD. Length of AD means distance from A to D, which is root over A's point we know as 0 comma 0 comma 6 and D's point is 3 comma 2 comma 0. Take distance between these two. 3 minus 0 the whole square, 2 minus 0 the whole square plus 0 minus 6 the whole square. So we get AD distance as root over 9 plus 4 plus 36. So that is root 49 which is 7. Like that you have to find the length of the other medians also. So find the midpoint E. So E point will be 0 plus 6 by 2, comma 0 plus 0 by 2, comma 0 plus 6 by 2. So we get E's coordinate as 3, comma 0, comma 3. Now take the distance between B which is 0, comma 4, comma 0 to E which is 3, comma 0, comma 3. So BE length will be root over 0 minus 3 the whole square plus 4 minus 0 the whole square plus 0 minus 3 the whole square. So which is root over 9 plus 16 plus 9. So 9 plus 16 is 25 plus 9 which is 34. So that is length of BE. Now similarly you can find the length of CF also. So F becomes the midpoint of AB and then take distance between C and F. So the next question is using the centroid information. So what is a centroid? Centroid is the point where all the medians of a triangle meet. We saw what is a median in the previous question. The point where all the medians of a triangle meet is called as the centroid. To find the centroid, the formula is this. Centroid divides the median in the ratio of 1:2. That is also a valid information which will come as a 1-mark question sometimes. So a centroid will divide the median in the ratio of 1:2. Now using that only this formula is developed. Now PQR are the vertices of the triangle and according to the question assume that the centroid is the origin which is 0, 0, 0. Now we are asked to find the missing values in the vertices. So using centroid formula, centroid being the origin, so 0, 0, 0 equals to 2a minus 4 plus 8 by 3, comma 2 plus 3b plus 14 by 3, comma 6 minus 10 plus 2c by 3. Now that's it. You just simplify this and you get the value of ABC. So 0, comma 0, comma 0 equals 2a plus 4 by 3, comma 3b plus 16 by 3, comma 2c minus 4 by 3. Equating x and y and z's coordinates separately, 2a plus 4 by 3 equal to 0, 2a equals to minus 4, a equals to minus 2. 3b plus 16 by 3 equal to 0, 3b equals to minus 16, b equals to minus 16 by 3. And 2c minus 4 by 3 equals to 0, 2c equals to 4, c will be 2. So therefore, we found the missing values. Now one last model, which is assume a point 1, comma 0, comma 7 and b 0, comma 0, comma 2 is given such that you need to find the equation of a point P which moves in such a way that PA square plus PB square equals to K square. So set of points P that satisfies the condition PA square plus PB square equals to K square. So in this case we assume P as x comma y comma z and A being already given as 1 comma 0 comma 7. Take distance between PA. So PA square, I don't need to put the square root when I have PA square here. X minus 1 the whole square, y square, z minus 7 the whole square. Like that for PB square also. X minus 0 the whole square, y minus 0 the whole square, plus z minus 2 the whole square. Now try to simplify this as well as this. Then substitute here in this place. Equate to k square. So you end up by getting an equation which is in terms of x, y and z. Also k. So when you expand this, you get something in terms of x, y, z. You get something in terms of x, y, z. And then you put it over here and here, equate to k square. The resulting answer will have x, y, z and k, which is all the points which satisfies the condition of PA square plus PB square equals to k square. So with this, we are done with the chapter 3D. Hope you like my video and it is useful to you all. Do like and share. Thank you.